Hakuna Matata, my friends, my brothers, and my sisters, and my uncles, my aunts, and my pops, and my moms, all of my star people, and my star family. Hello, and welcome to the first episode of Living by Example, where I, Seth Malone, talk about how to live by example. Because in these times, everything is ass backwards, batshit crazy, whack birds, and shit bat crazy. So, in order for us to tread carefully in life with purpose, we need to have clarity. I am here to provide clarity. For myself, I have provided clarity, and thus I will share my sense of clarity in hopes of maybe defogging the mist that we have been born into. So, basically, I'm at a point in my life where I know what's best for me and the people who consider themselves my family by blood. It's almost as if I've realized that they almost act as if and respond to things as if they almost own me in a way, or control me, or they think that I'm not doing what's best for me, and by always taking into consideration their words, I have always felt like I've always teeter-tottered on the path I should be on, and this fake path that I don't even know what it is, because that's a part of the matrix. That's the part of the false path that gets created inevitably for you by life itself, which is not really life, but is the construct of a reality that is called life. But it's not, because if you walk around and see and look at people, they look lifeless. There's no life there. For those of us who do have the life, which there are many and plenty, there definitely are. I know it. Where I can't be the only person who can choose a thunderstorm day to walk to the beach and throw on some like old Genesis songs or something just old and crazy and weird, and just parade down the beach with the biggest, goofiest smile on my face while everyone, and there was a decent amount of people, we're talking Clearwater Beach, Florida, everyone just like has this miserableness to them, and I'm like, why? How can you be so miserable and live every day that way? I kind of used to be that way because I was so engulfed, and I'm so empathic. I'm a Pisces, D all the above. Maybe it's also my Sagittarius moon. I see the silver lining. I see the gold in the shit. So I like to think that I'm also the gold surrounded by shit, and I'm not the only piece of gold, and that there's also diamonds and rubies and sapphires scattered across the earth. And a part of the mission, my mission and purpose, is to essentially travel and find people who know and have had their own personalized experiences that clarify to them that they're not from this place. It's clear. You're not from here. I know. I'm not from here. That's a fact. The way everything, my childhood, the way I think, the way I act, the things I want to say to people, how observant I am, and then I'm flabbergasted by the absolute demented, undescribable scenario that we have been entrapped in, like a rat, and we didn't even You know, it was like the rat that went to the trap, but there was no cheese. How stupid can you get? It just looked cool. That's not an excuse, because now your neck's snapped. For what? For what? You know why? Because the guy who built the rat trap made it look really nice and shiny. It almost looked comfy to sit on if you really took a step back and looked at it. And the rat is the metaphorical totality of the human race, and its consciousness is this metaphoric rat who bit the invisible cheese in the five-star luxury reclining mousetrap, and now our necks are broken and all the other rats are walking around looking at us like we're fucking stupid because we're so stuck on this materialistic bullshit. Essentially, it's not about degrading the physical, it's about honoring it and blending it in with your spiritual values, which I think that everyone can have their own independent spiritual values. How I need to live according to what works for me in my life may or may not be the same as you or another, and that's quite fair. There's nothing wrong with that. That's called equity of being sovereign, because we are sovereign beings. And equity is not like equality where we all get the same treatment because we're the same, but we receive equal treatment because we are different. We don't treat each other differently because we are different. We treat each other exactly as special as one another as we are, because we are all special, which in turn makes nobody special if you really think about it. So anyway, another part of these videos will be me logging into where I'll be traveling. So currently I'm in it's Largo, Florida, in Pinellas County, Clearwater area, in between Clearwater and St. Petersburg. I've been here since about 2017, and I've experienced quite a lot. And I've had many mythical, mystical, spiritual experiences in a multitude of ways, dark and light, and I am happy and proud and honored to have been experienced with all of that so far. Now, I am originally from New Jersey, and I did move down here. Like I said, 2017, I did try it out one time to see if I would like it, just to feel out the opportunity of time. Part of my journey back in like 2016, and I got culture shock because I'm from like very sticks, farms, fields, pastures, and woods part of southern New Jersey, right outside of Philadelphia, over the bridge from Delaware. And essentially, so Florida was a no-go, and then I went back to Jersey and then came back in 2017. I think it was actually on Halloween. So yeah, I've been here since. And since in 2019, I took a Euro trip that was offered to me magically, actually, after my father just passed away, and I almost died during what was most definitely a targeted psychic attack, which I will not talk about in this video. But if you are interested in hearing about that, comment below, and I would be more than happy to make a full video dedicated to the psychic attack that happened to me May 31st, 2019 in Inglis, Florida. Now, on to the next subject. Another thing is, apart from me traveling, I will be posting and talking and vlogging, blah, blah, blahing about philosophies and certain things. I am really heavy into astrology. I don't know if I would consider myself some type of professional or master, but I'm quite proficient at decoding birth charts and also comparing two charts, which is called synastry, checking into past lives, all that good stuff. I'm also a psychic medium. I do tarot cards, divination, and a few other things. Like through my mediumships, I'm able to basically get people unstuck in this in-between realm, in between here and the what's so-called afterlife, or the in-between dimension, between the dimension where we go when we die, basically. And it's like if you died and you didn't know that you died, something traumatic and quick happened, you can get trapped, and that's where ghosts come into play and all that stuff. Well, I know how to communicate with those, and well, it takes finding them first, communicating, healing, honoring, and letting go. And it's a whole process. It takes probably about a half an hour to an hour, maybe even more, depending on how the individual passed away and how serious it is, because they could probably sometimes be very confused, and if they died very angry, it could get a little nasty, yeah, no. So but I'm used to the nastiness. It doesn't bother me very much. I've dealt with it a lot. The dark shit doesn't bother me anymore. I've become quite fucking invincible. That's not sprouting out my ego, that's sprouting out my achievements through surviving multiple death attempts in my dreams and the waking life during psychedelic events and trips and experiences and travels and things that I've done, because I'm very risky, and I believe that in order to achieve true depth of wisdom, you need to be willing to take true deep risks in life. So anyway, this will conclude my first episode of Living by Example. Stay tuned for episode 2. Hopefully I will be doing that video very soon, and in a different location other than where I've been staying. So thank you very much. Thank you. I love all the star seeds, my fellow Lyrans, my fellow Pleiadians, my fellow Draconians, and all my other star seeds. But those are part of my lineages, places I've been and have learned about the most recently. And originally Lyran. I believe I have explored Draco consciousness, absolutely. I know that my numerology, path number, and other stuff astrologically are connected to various things that are connected to Draconis entities, such as the planet Saturn, of course the constellation Draco, and my birth chart, which I have learned how to decipher the different planets and what type of starseed energies they are connected to, and I can find that out for you, which I've done for myself, not fully, but still something I'm kind of working on and figuring out and tuning with. So yes, you guys have a wonderful day. I love all of you, and I will be seeing you soon. Goodbye.